Yeah, me too. Why do realtors give closing gifts? I asked some of my top past clients this, and these are veteran agents who've been in real estate 20 or 30 years, and you can just, I want to take 30 seconds to do this. What goes through your mind when you give a closing gift? Like, why would you give somebody a gift?
So they remember you.
Remember you?
Say thank you.
Say thank you. Referrals. And those are actually the top three. I asked some of my, probably 6 or 7 of my top past clients this, and this is what I found. Number one reason, say thanks. Thanks for doing business with me. Hope your real estate transaction was great. Number 2 was to plant the seed for potential future business. So, thanks for doing business with me. Please do business with me again in the future. And then number 3 was the gift was the agent. Most agents give a gift so it makes an impression on the client. Please refer me to your friends and family. Those are the top 3 reasons. And so keep that in mind as I go through this, because I know a lot of you have heard me speak before, but sometimes we lose sight of why agents give gifts in the first place. So yeah, my name's Andy Burton. I'm only going to be speaking for 7 minutes and 59 seconds. But yeah, so listen fast, because anybody who's heard me speak knows I speak pretty fast. So what we do, obviously, is help realtors and loan officers brand themselves long-term with their closing gifts. I'm sure most of you in here at the end of a transaction give your client something. Gift card, gift basket, dinner out, bottle of wine, champagne, something. And I'm not here to say that people don't like what you give them already, because the bottom line with a closing gift is that people like all gifts, right? Who's not going to like a gift? A gift is free. The main challenge that we have found with the closing gift is that 90% of gifts are consumed almost immediately. There's no long-term value. Most gifts are eaten or spent right away. And the other 10% usually are not all that useful. A lot of gifts get tucked away on a shelf somewhere collecting dust. So what we've done at Cutco is we have found an extremely innovative way for you to help you turn your closing gift into a long-term branding and marketing tool. Show of hands really quick. Who here has ever heard of the Cutco product line before? Leave your hand raised if you've given one of our gifts. That's a third of the room. That needs to be higher, but yeah. If you've never heard of Cutco, today is your lucky day. Best analogy I can give you, we're kind of like the Snap-on tools, the Rolls-Royce, the Bentley, the Lamborghini, if you will, of kitchen products. Super high quality, guaranteed forever, based out of New York. Cutco's been around since the 1940s, but yeah, everything we make is guaranteed forever. And so what we do exactly, I work in an entirely separate division of our company that is geared specifically for realtors and loan officers. And so what we do is we take the Cutco product line itself, which basically consists of kitchen knives, accessories, hunting, fishing, barbecue, baking items, garden tools, you name it. We make over 100 products, and what we do is we take the actual product, we engrave it with your logo, your name, and your cell phone number, right on the product itself. Nice, pretty, shiny, and beautiful, exactly like this. Now, I realize most of you cannot see this from where you're at. I've been doing this for over 12 years, and I found that if you give people shiny objects when you're speaking, they don't listen to anything that you say. So I promise I'll pass them around here in a sec. But yeah, takes your gift, turns it into a branding tool. We were out at a Brian Buffini event. It was the 100 Days of Greatness seminar. Hopefully everybody's heard the name Brian Buffini before. But one thing we learned from his seminar was that he stated in his seminar 80% of the population would use their realtor again if they could remember their name. 80%. All that number really meant to me was that most people cannot remember their agent's name when asked off the top of their head, because the average person moves every 5 to 7 years, because these are products that are used by default almost on a daily basis, so your client sees your name every single day. It just really creates the top of mind awareness that you want for yourself and for your business when you give a closing gift anyway. Another thing we learned from NAR last year, and some of you guys probably know this already, but where does NAR state statistically the most used place in the home is?
Kitchen.
It is the kitchen. Thank you for saying the kitchen and not the wet bar. But yes, it is the kitchen. I had a guy 5 months ago say the bedroom, but to each their own. We're not here to judge. But yeah, kitchen is the #1 place that's used in the home when you have friends and family over, because people don't necessarily sit around at their 4th of July barbecues, their Thanksgiving dinner, their daughter's 7th birthday party, and talk about the realtors or loan officers. You may think that they do, but when you're not there, it's not a natural topic or progression of conversation. So the whole going concept behind our gift program is to put something permanent in a client's home that's actually getting used, that not only the client will see in use for the rest of their life, but something that their friends and family are going to see, because that's really what you're after. So it naturally sparks conversation about you and your services as you go about your career. That's why we came out with our red product line a couple years ago, because it's a conversation sparker, it's eye-catching, it's, hey, what's that? Where'd you get it? Oh, my realtor gave it to me. The conversation takes place and leads in your direction. I have 3 more quick benefits and then I'm done. Next benefit's the tax write-off. Does anybody know the legal amount that the IRS allows realtors to write off as a gift? $25. You guys remember from last year. Thank you. That makes me happy. Meaning if you go out to Home Depot, buy your client a $150 gift card, legally, you can only write off $25 of the $150. Now, because the products are engraved with your contact information, it's now advertising, meaning you don't write it off as a gift. You can legally write it off as advertising or marketing because your contact info's on it. It's perfectly legal. We'll hold up in an audit all day long. That way you don't have to get creative at the end of the year in your taxes like some people do. Next benefit is just really how easy it is. Most realtors and loan officers who use our gifts usually order a small supply that you keep on hand. And when you have a closing, it's a beautiful thing. You grab it, you give it, and you're done. The end. It's turnkey. There's no driving all over town, waiting in line somewhere, looking for gifts, worrying about what to get every specific individual client. And I understand. I've been doing this for a long time. It may not be the perfect fit for every client, but just about every client I have ever worked with does eat. So it usually works out for them at the end of the day. And finally, I did save the best for last. If you're going to listen to anything I'm going to say, listen to this. As realtors, you can always use more leads, right?
Yes.
That's a cheap yes question. Yes. No brainer. Leads, referrals, name of this game. Our service program that comes along with this is second to none. The way that it works is if you keep track of who you give your gifts to. Once your client has owned their gift for a year, emails that list. Client name, date of closing, or when the gift was given. What I do then is I send out a salaried service person. The service reps work for me. They don't work for Cutco, meaning they don't sell, they don't market anything to your clients. They're simply service reps. What they'll do for you, they'll go out once a year on behalf of you, their realtor, sharpen the gift that you gave to your client for free, along with any other knives that your client may own. Cutco or not, we do it as a free service. When our service rep is out doing the sharpening service, they bring a little satisfaction survey with them from you. On the bottom of the survey is a spot for more referrals for you. On the back side of the survey is their Cutco wish list. So in the future, when that client does another deal with you, or if you make money off one of the referrals that they gave to you, you already have a wish list of products that they already like. And if you're feeling Christmassy, you can buy them something right off their wish list to thank them for the leads. The best part about this is we average 3.4 referrals for you per sharpening service. This is our company's average, and we don't just go the first year on your behalf. We go every single year for free for you on your behalf. So it's a real solid touch for any realtor or loan officer who uses our gift program, and obviously it's designed to generate leads out of your warm database. So in review, what other gift can you think of your client will use almost daily? Every time they use it, they think of you and see your name. It's legally tax deductible, and the gift generates leads. And the answer is no other gift, and that is why I love my job. That's why I've been doing this for over a decade, which is probably way too long, but anybody who's been in sales knows you got to keep it live and have fun, so I try. The gifts coming around range from about $50 all the way up to about $200. That's what most realtors and loan officers spend anyway. If you're a basket person, a lot of people do an individual gift basket, or I'm sorry, individual Cutco gift. And by the way, the spreader does come in its own box now. I know some of you have done ordered just spreaders individually in the past. It does come in its own box. You can put this in a basket. That way when all this stuff is consumed and used up in the basket, there's something left over, and we'll actually go out and do the sharpening service for the single item as well. But yeah, 98% of our volume, $50 to $200 per gift, which is what most realtors spend anyway. So I'm going to quit talking and pass these around. Please do not touch the edge. I promise they're sharp. In a room this size, we almost always get a bleeder. It never fails. It's always a guy. Don't ask me why that is. But the way that this works, the way that I found to be the most effective with our follow-up, is if you have absolutely any interest in this whatsoever, think that you may in the future, or if you just want info, does everybody have business cards? Does anybody not have a card on them? If you don't have a card, that's fine. Just write your name and number like on a scrap sheet of paper if it's something that you do want follow-up on. What was I going to say? And tuck it in the lid like this as the gifts make their way around the room. I'm going to start a couple over here and then a couple over there. And if they can just kind of snake through the rows and migrate back there. I am leaving as soon as these make their way around the room. I have another speaking engagement to go to in Palm Springs. Or if you're ready for a reorder too. I know a lot of you use our stuff. But that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, so if you don't have a card, just throw your info down on a sheet of paper or throw your card in the lid. Great. Thanks for having us back right to the end.